Hey everyone, this is day 16 of my Christmas Advent calendar. Let's get into today's story. My ex-mother-in-law sent her church friends to harass my daughter and I. I have now exposed her family to her church community and she's getting shamed and shunned at church. Very interesting. Isn't religion about love and forgiveness and not being vindictive to others? I don't know. I'm not religious. Maybe I misunderstood how it goes. My 46 female daughters, 17 and 15, have a strained relationship with my ex-husband's parents, 70 male and 80 female. My ex passed away in an accident last year and we had some major family drama since due his cheating and him leaving 2 boys born with his affair partner orphaned. She also died. Honestly, I'm baffled. That's an unbelievably tragic and complicated situation. Part of the drama has been my ex-in-laws trying to get custody of my daughters and them also trying to live with us. First one, we are going to court over. Second one, will never happen. Excuse me, why would they want to live with you when in the same time they want to take away your children from you? Where we live, there's a weekend market with fresh produce. Eggs, meats, and other products straight from farmers. This week was extra special since it was my youngest birthday. Since her party is later in the month, I decided to give her a budget and set her loose on the market to get whatever she wanted. Mostly chocolate and sweets. Don't tell me your ex-mother-in-law took her. After an hour, I did started getting worried and just before I called her, she called me. She was crying, saying some weird people have cornered her. I ran to her with my oldest daughter to find 6 older women berating my daughter for being unchristian, for refusing to spend time with her parental grandparents, or for wanting to be a good big sister to her poor orphan baby brothers. What the actual hell? She's a kid who has her whole world turned around. She lost her father. The last thing she needs is judgment from people she doesn't even know. My daughters are the ones that find out about my ex cheating and the babies, so they aren't fond of the kids. It's trauma and they are working with a therapist. Your daughters don't owe anything to anyone. At this point, they have to build back the pieces of their own lives. I got between the group and my daughter, telling my eldest to go pay the stuff her sister had and go to the car. Then I turned to the women, some who I knew from when we went to my ex-in-law's church, and ripped them a new one. They told me I was worse for refusing to obey my ex-in-laws like a good Christian wife. Barf. Ew, seriously? They actually told you being the worst for not obeying for your ex-in-laws? We are not in the 1800s anymore. Eventually, the screaming turned too loud and we were all asked to leave the market. I met with my girls in the car, the women following me like a group of vultures. I managed to get in the car and drove away. This is actually insane. When is this Reddit post is from? 1852? After my girls went to bed, I got online to talk to another member of the church that I'm in good terms. I told him about what happened, and after he apologized, he told me what was going on. I can't really imagine a good enough reason for this behavior. But let's see what caused the mob mentality. My ex-mother-in-law posted this massive story in the church's Facebook group about how horrible my daughters and I are, how we are leaving them homeless and penniless. They inherited my ex's personal bank account and his life insurance, and how my daughters don't even talk to them. I wonder why. She also accused us of being the reasons she lost her grandsons. The boys are now living with distant relatives of my ex-husband. Basically, it was a sob story, worthy of a Hallmark movie. And of course, they were getting all the love and support from the more extremist members of their church. This church and its members are a bit annoying, especially with LGBTQ+ topics, but they have a small saving grace. They are incredibly strict about cheating. So then, I don't really understand when they were saying that your daughter wanted to do nothing with her little brothers. Didn't they realize you weren't their mother? Or did your mother-in-law just told them that your husband moved on and find someone else after you divorced? Otherwise, the math really ain't mathing in the story. It's a big no-no, be it from a husband or a wife equally. Now, how did she get around blaming me about affair children without exposing the cheating? She claimed the other woman was her surrogate since I was unable to have more children. Then said I didn't want the babies because they were boys, which is absolutely disgusting to be accused of. Wait, what? Who even says stuff like that? Well, I decided it was time to clean up this mess. And since I was mid-divorce when my ex died, I had all the evidence needed. And since the divorce wasn't completed, I don't have any legal ramification for releasing all the evidence. I was off the next day and went to a print shop to get copies of all the delightful pictures of my ex cheating, his text conversations with his affair partner, the ones with his parents confessing to his cheating and getting support from them, my in-laws harassing me about the divorce, and my coup de grace, all the emails and text messages of them bullying my daughters about their baby brothers. In one of them, they call my daughters and telling them it was their fault their father died since they told me about the affair and I began the divorce. This one was literally 2 days after my ex died. I can't even wrap my head around this. The fact that they went as far to bully your daughters, blame them for their father's death, and call them is insane. These people are monsters. I paid extra for all of this to be printed in beautiful high-quality paper. Then when I got home, I sat down for hours to make delightfully personalized binders. They look like the little prayer song pockets the church gives for everyone to take to sing hymns. The first picture when opening the binder is my ex and his side woman making out in our living room. Their faces are easy to discern and the girl looks nothing like me. Different skin tones and hair color. Underneath I wrote ex-husband's name and affair girl's name, love story. I took them to the church before service. Wow, that must have been a very spicy service that day. There's a desk in the back with the songbooks for people that need/forget their own and they never check them. The gossip mill was quick and harsh. I would pay money to see that show. The names my ex and his affair partner got called into the Facebook were so bad the pastor himself had to get involved just to keep things relatively PG-13. People were angry at my in-laws for their abuse to my daughters, but what made me laugh was that I was still in the wrong for the divorce. But it is understandable that I failed on my duties after the shock, and I possibly will one day return to the light, unlike my cheating husband and his Jezebel. They used another word I can't use here, I imagine. I got 2 apology letters in the mail for my girl and an invitation to join the church for support. How about no? As for my in-laws, they got shamed into leaving the church. My ex-mother-in-law made a post on her wall about how alienated she feels and how no one cares about the elderly anymore. Womp womp. How she wished her great son was still alive since he would have taken care of her and her husband. With what money, I don't know, since I was the breadwinner. This story was just insane. The gossip, the hypocrisy, the fact that you were blamed for everything, while your ex-in-laws were trying to manipulate everyone to shame you and your daughters. It's cray-cray. But it's clear you handled it with strength. You kept your kids safe and didn't let the toxicity ruin your life. Let's see what Reddit thinks. My jaw dropped at them suing you for permanent custody and also wanting to move in with you. How disconnected from reality must be. I know, that part made 0 sense. Damn. I definitely say this is pro-revenge, and I'm sorry this all happened to you, including the cheating. Good on you for keeping it together and still being there for your kids. I know how hard that can be. Best of luck. With parents like this, no wonder he turned out to be such a bad egg. Thank you for being here with me today. If you enjoyed today's story, please subscribe and see you tomorrow.